Hello! Hello, everyone, and welcome back to...
The Cryptwins.
Been a while.
Been a while.
Been a while. Life is weird and full of twists and turns and a lot of incoherent speech.
Like what you're doing right now, yes.
Yes! And bad planning and bad timing and just, yeah, you know what? Things happen. So, I am Adam, and this is...
Are you Adam? I'm Michael.
All right. And welcome to the Cryptwins, where we talk about cryptids of every state.
We're going through every state of the U.S. right now, and then possibly out of here, international maybe.
Aliens, random different things. Who knows?
Who knows?
Well,
We're gonna get political on here.
Well, we'll get there when we get there, people. With that being said, last week we did.
Indiana.
We are doing Indiana.
You're Indiana.
We're-
Last week we did Illinois.
Yeah, we did Illinois.
Well,
and,
okay, hold up. Last week being 3 months ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
2.5 months
So
ago.
about 2.5 months ago, we did Illinois. We're trying out a whole different format thing too. So
As you can see, we're in. I don't know.
I don't know yet. We
Haven't figured it out.
made a green screen. That's
No, we
pretty-
didn't. This isn't a green screen. We're
Oh.
on site.
Oh crap! Yeah,
You idiot.
We're in Illinois on a corner. Michael, put
This is Indiana we're in.
Oh, you need to put a. There's gonna be a stop sign here and some street.
I'm just
you
gonna
need to
have-
find like some terrible Getty images and just throw them up there. And you're like, yeah, look, there's cars coming at us right
Oh,
now.
no!
Oh no!
Dude, I could play a video behind us.
Yeah, I know exactly.
I can make it look like we're gonna get run over.
That's pretty awesome. Like
I mean, like right now.
Like one of those ones where it's like, it's so sad. Look at this car accident. And it's a terrible CGI.
Oh
like,
yeah, where that police car like
Yeah.
flips over another car and it explodes.
Okay,
Sorry.
back on track.
Long
Anyways.
tangent to say. The last time we were here, we went over Illinois and the monsters there. I think we had the Puckwidgie from there.
Yep.
And a couple other little cryptids. And this week we're going into the state of Indiana.
Which, interestingly enough, also has counts of the
A Puckwidgie.
Puckwidgie.
But it makes sense. They're right next to each other.
Yep.
It's kind of like how they're going to have... they're probably going to have the same type of Sasquatch.
I've started making a thing. Every time I look into a new state, I hold up 3 fingers.
Uh-huh.
Water monster.
Yep.
Cat monster of some
Yep.
sort.
A cat monster?
Well, no cat monster. I mean more like a
Wolf?
gnomish type thing, or like a mini.
Oh, like an imp.
Mini cryptid that's
Yeah.
like this big
Tiny.
or bigger,
Gnomes.
and then water monster.
No, you said water monster.
I'm sorry,
Sasquatch.
Sasquatch of some sort. Sasquatch, tiny little guy. Water monster? Sasquatch.
You said...
Water monster, tiny thing, Sasquatch.
There
It's
you
in
go.
every single state. I guarantee you it's going to be there. So I apologize
My
about that.
word.
So this state we are going into is the state of Indianapolis.
Indianapolis, where
Well-
the home of Indiana... No, it's the state of Indiana. This is home to the city of Indianapolis.
What did I say?
You said it was the state of Indianapolis.
I have a store out there.
I probably do too.
Yeah. Okay, so so now we're gonna there's some assumptions based off the area and what we can tell. Topography, eh? There's not really any hills or mountains or such. Not that I can see.
Not really.
A little bit more. It looks like it's rural in some places.
Well, and
not
there's
a lot of big streets.
Not a whole lot of water, except for where it kind of butts up against one of the Great Lakes here.
It's like Michigan.
Is that Great Lake, Michigan?
Yes,
It
I
is.
am good.
You know your waterways.
No, that's not. That's not a waterway. It's a lake. You dingus.
Are
Waterways are rivers
you sure?
and creeks and such.
Why can't a lake be a waterway?
Because sometimes lakes don't have waters. Doesn't have.
Why does it have to
water.
have running water to be a waterway? Why can't it just be a thing of water that is your way to get across it? Look at the definition of a waterway.
So while I'm doing this, go ahead and talk about something else because you're stupid.
Well, anyway, this is where.
What is the definition of definition?
What? Type it faster.
River, canal, or other route for travel by water.
Okay.
Well, that's weird.
Okay.
It's weird that.
Other route traveled by water. One side of the lake to the other side of the lake.
You're an idiot.
Am I? Or is that definition so vague it helps me be right?
No, I think that you took from that what you wanted, and you're like, oh, it says or
Is
other
it-
route. It literally a waterway means
A waterway is any navigable body of water. Adam? That's so weird. You know what that means, Adam? Do you know what that means?
first distinction is necessary between maritime shipping routes and waterways used by inland watercraft.
Okay, you're delving too far into this. Can't you
Must
just...
be deep enough to accommodate vessels. Why not passage of vessels?
Okay.
If you have obstacles. Current
Yep.
must be mild enough to allow vessels to make headway upstream with undue difficulty.
Uh-huh.
The way so.
Wave height on, what does it say? Oh, hold on.
I'm wrong.
Hold on.
Oh no, I'm wrong.
Do.
On lakes.
Oh, on lakes. Yeah.
I was taking it a little bit too literal with waterway. It's about. Shut
Even
your
if you
mouth.
take it too literally with waterway, lake, river, still makes sense.
Shut up.
Pond.
Okay.
Pond is a waterway.
So, anyways, now we're gonna make some
A puddle.
What
A
do you
puddle.
think? What type of monsters did you would assume would be in a?
in
It looks like-
Indianapolis
it looks like
or
there's-
Indiana?
It looks like there's some
It's close enough to Michigan and Chicago, so probably something on crack.
there. So there
or something with a
Wait.
gun.
There are some hills, eh? That's what it looks like.
Some.
It looks like there's some hilly type things. A little bit. There's a couple big state forests.
Oh, I mean Sasquatch is going to be in there somewhere.
Sasquatch is gonna be in there. And oh, look at this! Look at this river right here, and this river right here. These thick ones, and then you got this other big.
That's a little lake there. That could probably be one.
Yep.
Right in Bloomington.
Yep.
Guarantee you there's a Bloomington monster.
That'd be funny. Bedford. So yeah, okay. Oh, naval weapons support center. That would be terrible to get stuck in Indiana.
I keep wanting to say Indianapolis.
I do too. It's because it's
It's
the
the
only
center of the
important-
stupid state.
It's the only important thing in Indiana.
So Michigan looks like a mitt.
Again, this is how I tell people where I'm from.
Have you seen the
kidding.
mitt?
Listen, I understand that, but like I've met a bunch of people from Michigan, and I don't know, they get all weird about that. When you point it out, you're like, that's a little odd. Why you do that? Because Michigan's shaped like a glove. Like,
Wait, they
Like,
really
well-
do? They point at their hand?
yeah, they'll point.
What?
Like you're like, yeah, I'm right about here. Because and honestly, it does look like a glove. So I can
guess it's true.
understand it.
Yeah.
But if I'm being dumb or I don't pay attention or I don't care,
Hmm.
then they get all, well, it looks like a hand, stupid. Like, well,
Ours looks like a gun.
ours does look like a gun. All right.
There are some really funky looking dudes out here, eh?
There's the
Water monster. Look
Alright.
at this chick. She's a monster.
Indiana ghosts. What was that? A dead body?
Oh, heck yeah. No, it looks like
okay.
a dude butt up.
Digging for clams.
It looks like he's in another person's butt.
So, what should we go over first?
Let's
I did see
see.
the Crosley monster. That was the thing about the wild men.
Okay, well, maybe this is one we should say is our main meat.
Well, the main one would be the puckwudgie. The main one it's the most commonly cited.
Oh. The puckwudgie is our main meat. How did you get that so tasty?
Okay, main meat for the day.
Why are you repeating what I said?
Because I want to.
Shut up!
So, oh crap, where's my phone? So I forgot my laptop. Michael's laptop is right there. I don't know.
It's doing some really fun stuff like recording the entire screen, so not able to do much of anything else at the moment.
Yeah. So, sorry, did you want to do that? Did you want to do something else?
What?
Do you not want
With
to
that?
record the screen?
No, it's good because I can take this little screen grab from here and
And shove it
show
up
it.
there.
Yeah. So, why don't you look for the, when it started, and I'll start going through what
Okay.
we've got written here.
Yes.
So the term puckwudgie is a word which roughly translates to small wild man of the woods who vanishes. Man, that is a long translation for a word. In native Wampanoag culture, it's a strange troll-like little man said to be between 2 and 3 feet tall with pallid skin and blonde hair. That picture is definitely a ginger. And the writings and detailing sightings of these trolls go from the Native Americans' days until fairly recently. So, I guess Native American days
Oh,
would
there's
be
a whole
prior than
website.
1776.
Sorry, did not mean to.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, well, not anymore. GoDaddy has it back up for sale.
Oh boy. So it says here they are commonly sighted by frightened onlookers on the banks of the White River around Mounds State Park. It says they shouldn't fear, though. Ancient writings of the man, there's no
Wampanoag.
pronunciation guide. Wampanoag?
What
By
is
the
Wampanoag?
Wampanoag people, describe the demeanor of the Pukwudgie to be a friendly trickster. No doubt that it would be a little spooky to see unexpectedly across your path. Yeah, it is a tiny little creepy dude. I mean, they look like a literal troll. It's funny to me how long that kind of thing has existed. As far as, the sightings for it.
I'm having trouble tracking down just how far back it goes, but because
It literally said Native Americans.
but it has that. So
American Indians. Whatever they like
Indians,
being called.
whatever, yeah. So when did we take Indiana from the Native Americans?
It was after 1776.
When
In the
did
early
we take
1800s, I think.
Indiana.
When did we take Indiana?
Let's see. Okay, so Indiana was admitted to the state, admitted into statehood December 11th, 1816. That's the 19th state of the Union.
Okay, so around that
So-
time, we were either working alongside the American Indians or driving them
We're
out.
driving them out.
So around
before
that time, so I mean that's pretty long. I mean we're talking almost 200. That's 200 years ago that they were seeding this thing.
Well, it's more than that.
Well,
Because
I know.
Who knows how long they've actually been there?
yeah. Well, why don't you look up the
So
history of the Wampanoag tribe?
Oh, okay. Well, I found this whole excerpt thing. This is
Oh,
like
you go ahead and read that
this is
then.
a
And
whole
all
big
thing about
about
Pukwudgie?
Pukwudgie, yeah.
Cool. I'm going to look up then what the first time it was written on paper for in the Americans
Okay, so there's actually this whole guy.
in Indiana.
What's his name? Andy Gideon. Glidden. I'm sorry. Andy Glidden is a self-proclaimed Pukwudgie enthusiast who ran his own website domain called pukwudgie.com. However, I clicked on that link, and that's where GoDaddy said, you can buy this now. So I don't think he got enough funding to support it. But he says that Pukwudgies are very similar to a European troll, like you had said. This drawing, that looks completely different from what that looks like.
It looks a lot scarier,
This looks
doesn't
like
it?
a lot bigger troll. I'm going to send this to you later, and we can throw that in there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's creepy looking. So, first glance, you might think of the Pukwudgie as some sort of Bavarian or English gremlin. They have like a gremlin-ish type look to them. I will put this up there, but yeah, they look like they have got horns, kind of like a weird beaked mouth. What was that? The first, not the first, but Star Wars 1, one of the first prequels that came out.
Oh, dude, you're talking to the wrong guy.
The guy that like floats there, and he's got the weird
I know
nose
what you're
and hangs
talking
up.
about.
I mean, that's kind of what his nose looks like.
That's kinda what he looks
but
like.
It
I
looks
just
like
don't
they
know
made it a
yeah.
beak. That's not a good comparison. I'm sorry. Okay, so they said some even think of a gray alien after alleged sighting of them. Some have claimed to have seen these little monsters as far away as Virginia, Alabama, up to Michigan, which makes sense because that's close to Indiana and Louisiana.
Virginia's
as well.
kind of far, though.
Virginia and Alabama and Louisiana are all far
Alabama?
away.
Daggum.
Yeah,
There could have been Pukwudgies where I used to live.
probably.
Darn.
Let's see. States their home is found in the forests of the Northeast, particularly New England, due to their Native American origins. Glidden states that these little guys come from are about 2 to 4 feet tall, with large noses, fat fingers, and prominent ears. Their skin is gray, and some claim that the creatures will glow as well. Pukwudgies are not that hard to identify. You'll notice that they appear and disappear within seconds. They can shapeshift into different animals. Magicians that can create fire and defend themselves with arrows that are poisoned as weapons. I would punch this stupid little thing. Soul catchers that control the souls of Native Americans that they have murdered.
These don't sound friendly.
They do not sound friendly. This friendly little creature that just catches you. It's a shape-shifting soul catcher that controls your soul after death. That's
And then
great.
before you die, it shoots you with a poison arrow, so it hurts the whole time you die.
So basically, they said, I guess they said, like, if you encounter one, like, it's okay, but just leave.
Okay.
Because it says Humans have been advised to avoid interaction with Puckwudgies at all cost, lest they
Okay.
be bothered, blinded, or killed. They like to use sand, cliffs, I don't know what that is, knives or spears to dispense with people.
My word.
Since they once were friendly, but turned against the human race due to the jealousy regarding the creation of Cape Cod by a creation giant named Maushop. Puckwudgie lore goes a little bit further than I thought. They have a Maushop god?
They have a god?
Well, they say that
I have a god!
the creation of Cape Cod, I guess Andy believes that Puckwudgies think the creation of Cape Cod was done by a giant named Maushop.
Okay.
Let's see here.
So
He died. Oh, hold on.
I found a book all about this. So I found where it was first written for basically English use
Okay.
for Indiana. So back in 1927, excuse me, not back in 1927. So Paul Startsman claims to have encountered Puckwudgies numerous times, writing on his experiences and experience of others in his book, The Puckwudgies of Indiana. So there is a whole book in it.
Okay.
Now, I've clicked on the link. There's 0 reviews for this book. I don't think anybody's read it.
I had a fever dream when I just wrote about Puckwudgies.
When I saw, from what I could see, it looks like it was written or it was published in 1998. But if he started writing about his experiences since he was 10, that's when he says he's seen it recently. So it says his first encounter with the Puckwudgies was back in 1927 when he was only 10 years old. Startsman said that he was hiking alone on a trail in a park when he suddenly saw a little man about half his size, which, being 10 years old, why are you doing that?
So I can get rid of this bar.
Oh. You could literally just use my ad blocker thing that's up there.
No, that wasn't an ad. That was a part of the webpage.
Oh. Why didn't you just, like, right-click and open the image by itself?
Yep.
You dummy.
Shut up.
Anyway, crap, man, you got me screwed up. So yeah, okay, so he said it was a little man that he saw when he was 10, half his size. That is a small dude.
Yeah.
So basically, he saw, and he saw something similar to kind of that. Says it had dull blonde hair that covered his head like a helmet, which left his round ears to protrude.
Okay.
Paul Startsman interviewed many hosers who had encountered the... It says hosers. So I had to read it like that.
Yeah, you hoser.
You darn hoser. He had encountered the Puckwudgies in their lives. He chose to keep their identities anonymous because of skeptics.
Okay.
That sounds kind of suspect.
Yeah, I kept their names a secret because skeptics would be mean and harass them.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know.
I don't know. Eloise H. was one such person, so not anonymous, who was interviewed while living in a nursing home in Anderson, Indiana. She remembers playing alone in the park and was approached by a group of little people who seemed curious about her and what she was doing. She said they had high-pitched voices and spoke a language that she didn't understand. She experienced this again when she was older, hiding alone nearby in the woods. If you're taken, and this all happens kind of centered around one state park called Mound State Park. They said if you're there and it feels like you're being watched, it might be the Puckwudgies watching you.
Oh.
Yeah. But, in this instance here, this sounds almost more like the, like that first thing that we read, where it's more of a trickster type thing and doesn't really want to bug you. It's just kind of there.
Yeah, but if you get too close, then it'll mess with you.
Yeah, then it'll probably kill you.
So here's another thing that I was looking up. The Algonquins. The Algonquins up in the Indiana area, at least from this one thing I saw, said that they had sightings of them as well. And I'm trying to figure out where this says that they were at. Algonquins. I'm trying to figure out where. Eastern Woodlands. So I'm trying to figure out where they were from, but here's a map. There's the Algonquin territory. It looks like they are up in that. Yeah, in the Lake Michigan area. Yep, definitely in the Lake Michigan area.
Okay.
up towards. That's right. They're up. They had tribes up in Canada as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, Algonquin. It shows to the far northeast, past Indiana, all the way to the top right. But I guess they probably did migrate. So another thing I was seeing, they did say that they encountered them as well. Native American. There's some. However, Pukwudgie is known among many tribes.
Look at this thing. Sorry.
Ojibwe. Yeah,
Somebody thought they got a picture of one.
that's crazy. So you got the Ojibwe, Algonquin, Abenaki, and Mohican. They are related creatures known to the Micmac and the Miami. Or the Miami. It depends on how it's said, I guess. Native American language of the Americas, in fact, states that the Algonquins are the ones who first spoke of these creatures. In the states, they are known throughout the southern Canada and the Great Lakes region. So, and from what I saw, the Algonquins they first started doing trading with American people, Eastern European settlers in the 1500s. So they were there for a while before then. So those sightings go back even further for this thing.
Oh, crap.
And this was actually kind of back to the dark side of this creature, supposedly. It says, while Glidden's sight is tongue-in-cheek humor, the legend of Pukwudgie came from Wampanoag Indians and may be no joke. Forests around Fall River, Massachusetts, and the reservation itself have had sightings of the Pukwudgie whispers. Continued that many of the unexplained suicides at a cliff in a state park there may be perpetrated by the Pukwudgie. Andrew from Paranormal Encounters states that as far away as Anderson, Indiana, the Mound State Park, which you were talking about, may be harboring Pukwudgies. He also adds a bit of intrigue to the story that harkens back to a possible Nordic connection to these creatures. A festival named after a Round Rock's hairy man is based on a story where a young boy left society to live alone in the woods. After he died, he created a haunting on Hairy Man Road. Why? There is no proof, but locals claim this boy magically contacted a troll using runes and the troll remains on the road to cause accidents and harass walkers or bikers. Shut your mouth.
I'm sorry. I started thinking, why don't we read it that way? Why is it accident and not accident?
Why is it lead and lead and red and read? And also, can you say red with the A or without the A?
True. English is weird.
English
Sorry.
is a weird language. Well, anyways.
I mean to
so
interrupt
the
you.
Pukwudgie is a lot more interesting than I thought for being such a weird, tiny creature.
And what I was looking up, I was trying to find different... I was trying to find a horror. So one of the main things we're going to try and do from here on out is we're going to have a main kind of cryptid we go over and then kind of go over the history of it like we did and then find a horror story that goes along with it. I'm having a hard time finding one specific to Indiana. So I'm going to have to keep going and probably looking around before I could find one. But, you know what I saw a lot of was like Harry Potter fan fiction kind of stories.
It's because it's in there.
No, it is.
Yeah. It's that stupid potted plant thing, I thought, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I didn't want to click on it. Because...
Oh, you're worried about what the fan fiction is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Harry, have you seen the Pukwudgie?
That's a 38-minute reading time. I found a creepypasta about one.
That wouldn't be bad.
It's 38 minutes, though, to read it.
Oh, crap. Well, that's where, it would come in part of, we would have to read it, earlier on or make this part shorter.
Yeah. Pukwudgie.
But that's something we're going to work on.
Scary story.
If you can find one faster than I did, then, whatever. Should we talk about some of the other ones?
Yeah, go ahead. We'll look for this really quick.
Well, now we're going to go into some of the littler ones. Or, not littler ones, but some that aren't part of the main story.
Just don't step on it, it's so small.
So there is one called the Cross, and this is, kind of the two that we see all the time. The Crosley Monster. Or Crosley.
Oh, dang it. I found something interesting about the Pukwudgie.
Oh.
1855, it was mentioned somewhere else as well.
Nice.
The Song of Hiawatha. Which mentioned... I brought that up last time.
You did.
Neat.
Anyway, so the Crosley or Crosley Monster It's a little bit strange that there are reports of Bigfoot-like creatures across many different cultures and locations from varied points throughout history. Indiana is no stranger to this bizarre ape-like creature. When you look at these pictures, too, looks just like a dang Bigfoot. Crosley Monster is most commonly sighted in Crosley, Indiana. Reports of the gigantic beast began to appear in 2006. Apparently, it chased a group of terrified campers a brief distance before disappearing. But it's also been documented back in 1839, 1860, 1937, and 1976. Stands about 8 feet tall, with long matted hair covering its body, sharp yellow teeth, and it's it's not unknown what the animal could be, but it's terrified the Crosley people for more than a couple centuries. So
it is kind of cool that it was cited and documented.
Well, it's just like I still keep going back to that the swamp ape one, or not swamp ape one, the one from Florida. Yeah, the skunk ape one.
Yeah, seen multiple times, documented
through the early 1800s too. But then again, I mean, we see these creatures all the time, so I don't see why that lore doesn't. It wouldn't be able to move around. I mean, I know information couldn't travel that fast, but it could still travel pretty quick. The last one, kind of a main one for them. They have their own kind of Loch Ness monster, like every state seems to have. Looks exactly the same as what you would look like a plesiosaur-looking kind of monster coming out of the water like this. And they call it the Meshikenebek. Meshikenebek. Anyway, so the strange monster lays at the lakes of the deep depths of the Lake of Manitou and goes far back as Native American days across the lands near Rochester. So the sightings of it go back actually a pretty long way. And you know what? That's actually interesting. Back from the Native American days or American Indian days. So if they're the ones talking about it, so remember like last episode, I think I talked about, I think the reason why there are so many Loch Ness monster stories is because that was such a prevalent story in Ireland? Scotland? Is it Scotland?
Scotland.
Man, why do I get those two mixed up? They both end in land.
And they both like potatoes.
Do they?
I think so.
Anyway.
Generalizations make us stronger. But yes.
So anyway, so what I was getting at before was I thought it was mainly because those stories existed over there first and they brought those stories with them. But if American Indians were seeing it back before they were even there.
And they were also seeing it in different locations. And
exactly.
different tribes.
Different tribes were seeing it in completely different parts of the planet.
Yeah.
So maybe there is something there.
Native Americans across the land. So you would have had the Wampanoag and the Algonquin.
Yeah.
I believe I said that earlier, up in those areas around the lakes. And those lakes are very big. Lake Michigan is huge. Like, have you seen those Deadliest Catch shows when they're on the lakes? And it honestly looks like a raging ocean.
Mm-hmm.
And to think that there's not a monster there or something big is not laughable, but like it's sort of believable.
It is pretty believable because I mean it still goes to the whole thing that we haven't explored a good portion of the ocean. I mean it's still the last. The ocean, though. What I mean is, as far as bodies of water go, we're not good at exploring them.
No, we're not.
The technology's not there.
Okay, so can I read? You've been reading a lot, and I've been staring at my phone. Do you want?
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead now.
Go ahead.
Okay. In 1838,
an article was published by.
That's why I wanted you to read it. I was going to do that to you. So
it's almost like we're
crazy,
twins.
Though. In 1838, an article was published in Logan Sport Telegraph, which described a monster in Lake Manitou measuring up to about 60 feet long. It has a long, muscular body that, looks like a cow's head.
Only much bigger.
Only much larger. The word Manitou translates in Potawatomi as both good spirit and evil spirit. So it's understandable as to why folks may have been a bit leery of it.
It means good and evil spirit?
Good spirit.
That one word?
I guess so.
Good day. I guess it's the inflection you put on it?
Probably. Sightings and rumors had persisted over the decades, and to this day, some people still swear they see the bizarre yellow splotched monster lurking in the depths. There are many more whisperings of other unexplained creatures. Oh, that's the end of it. So, lake monster. I mean, there's
So many of them.
there's so many of them, and
All the time. Constantly.
what's crazy is there's like it's in different larger bodies of water. What was the other thing? We didn't see them here. I'll look them up really quick so we can bring them up. But I saw
The mud mermaids.
The mud mermaid. What does that remind you of from Alaska?
What was the name of it?
I can't remember. It was like the Green Lady or something.
Yeah.
So it's
There you go. Click on the first one, dude.
oh yeah.
The
that's
first one actually said something
said
about
in
Indiana.
I'm sorry.
You can't read. I really hope it's the good kind of mermaid.
It doesn't look like it.
Dang it!
So blah blah. Think of a big water. However, this does not seem to be the case. So they're saying like, not everybody thinks about. You would think mermaids being in the ocean and whatnot. This says, however, this does not always seem to be the case. In the 1800s, there were apparently sightings of mermaids, and perhaps one of the last places anyone would ever expect to. Ooh, we don't got much time.
Battery's almost dead.
Yeah. And places anyone would ever find such entities. Setting for this outlandish tale is near Vevey, in the state of Indiana, which is where we're at. Are you going to pause it?
I just stopped it.
Okay.
Just in case it turns off on us.
Okay.
Did I just hit no or cancel? I hit cancel. Sorry, trying to say this. Keep
Oh,
going.
Goodness gracious. Well, I can't because I was trying to read that. Did you just erase all of that?
Yep. Sick.
That's fine. It's fine. And we didn't really have anything on there anyways except the
No.
pictures. You can go look at the pictures.
I can go find the pictures.
Okay.
I'm gonna blame you for making me use the trackpad.
Trackpad doesn't dictate where you stop the mouse.
I hit
you tard.
cancel. It should have canceled it. It should have canceled closing it. I hit cancel, didn't I? Obviously not.
No, you said. Do you want to save? No. You sure? Yeah. Yeah.
I hit cancel.
So, anyways, okay, hold on.
Crap.
Say it's near Vevey, the state of Indiana, which we're at. It is a state that has no coastline. Yes, it does. It butts up right against Lake Michigan, doesn't it?
It looked like it. Unless Illinois was like,
Yo, give me
Screw
the coastline.
you,
Have
Indiana.
you ever seen? I saw this thing. It showed like a really bad drawing of like a little bit of land and then water, and it said, "Hey, this looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna take it." It said Chile,
oh yeah.
and it's just like this really long strip.
Yeah.
We get the coastline, not you.
Yeah,
Well, anyways, okay, so it said there were several sightings in 1891 of something lurking along the muddy shores and the sandbars of the Ohio River that seemed to be some sort of grotesque, twisted version of mermaids. Apparently, two of the creatures were spotted in the area, frolicking in the water and lounging about on submerged tree stumps. They were said to feed on fish and mussels, and they were described as vaguely humanoid, but amphibious and completely hairless, with webbed hands, sharp claws, fins, pointed ears, and jagged teeth. A description of the Cincinnati Enquirer would say, "Oh, I don't like that.
That looks
The beast is
creepy.
about 5 feet in length. Its general color is yellowish. The body between the four legs resembles that of a human being. Back of the hind legs, it tapers to a point." They spelled four wrong. They meant four legs as the forward legs, not
Oh yeah.
Four legs.
Yeah.
you dummies. Go over the Cincinnati Enquirer, but we can't spell. The Marine can read it. The extremities resembled hands and are webbed, furnished with sharp claws. It is devoid of hair. Its ears are sharp pointed and stand up. It's exactly what they put in the description above. There's Kentuckian Confederate Captain J.M. Ozier who would provide a sketch of the creature and claimed that they were predatory and quite aggressive. Ozier would claim that the pair of creatures were male and female, and they had seen and been menaced by the male. Soon the newspapers were calling these creatures the mud mermaids. What? What?
Sorry, there's a fly.
Yeah,
I
there's
don't
a
know where
fly.
it came from.
They're just gnats.
Hate those things.
They're outside everywhere.
Disgusting.
So yeah, another news report would read it in its entirety.
No one knows where they come from, it looks like.
Yeah, they don't know what species of animal they are. Sandbar in question was at low tide, covered with huge logs. When the water's high enough to cover them, the creatures.
You know, they
make their
do
home
have
along
those
them.
mudfish that come out and breathe air.
Yeah, but they're small. They're like this
What
big.
if there weren't any? Well, no, they're bigger than that.
No, they're not. They're like this big.
There's bigger ones.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Show me.
The mudfish, I think it's called a mudfish. Or the...
Mudskip, I thought.
I think it's the mudskip, yeah.
So, anyways, it was basically his report was saying that he was getting basically antagonized by the male, probably because he got too close to the female.
You know, trying to get to the best part of the mermaid.
But they're a regular mermaid.
Oh, dang it. Never mind. Well, I'm never going to find my mermaid.
Hey, what's next after we did this?
This, after that, is,
Is it real? Is it fake?
I don't know, is it?
Is it real? Is it fake? Is it real? Is it fake? Is it real? Is it fake? Is it real? It's fake.
Is it real?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. See, look.
Yeah.
Look how big they get. They don't get big.
Where is it? I'm trying to go in to see where it gets more of this.
I'm trying to see sizes.
Oh, so you just skipped it.
Grows
Oh.
to a length of about 9.5 centimeters. So about
So yeah, like a foot.
like 4 inches.
Yeah, like a foot.
Because like what? There's 2 inches. There's like 2 centimeters basically per inch.
That's about right. I thought they were bigger. They always show them a little bit bigger.
Yeah, you know why? Because they zoom in on them. Idiot.
Anyway, so let's start off with the Pukwudgie. What do you think? Scale of 1 to 10 on the realistic scale.
Realistically and adaptively, I don't think so. If you think from
Adaptive? What are you
if
talking
you would
about?
think of like, well, unless they're legitimately magical, a small being like that wouldn't really do well. At least I don't think it would. But then again,
Squirrels do really well.
yeah,
They're
squirrels
tiny.
do, yeah,
They're super small.
I don't know.
Why you gotta be sizest?
That's sizest. Yeah, sorry.
That's problematic.
That's problematic.
We're gonna get
We're
canceled.
gonna get canceled. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they did exist.
Well,
Maybe
they've
it
been-
was a
it's-
small version of human or some small version
I
subset.
mean, we talked about pygmies last time.
Yep, and like they could have been.
That's
some
what we said they
sort
were.
of-
Was that they were pug. I thought we said they were pygmies.
I think so. I think I would still stand on that. I would say that they seem to be probably some sort of unfound or undiscovered hominid that existed
Okay.
and very territorial and
It's still
like,
around?
Like all, I don't know if maybe
I don't know.
I would put it. I don't know. I don't know from scale of 1 to 10.
1 to 10. 10 being real as day. 1 as fake as
Fairies.
fairies are totally real.
Ah, man, I don't know. Based off its history,
History alone, I kind of want to put it at like a 6.
I was gonna say 6.
I'm going to put it at a
I'm
6.
gonna go with the 6 just because I think that it might have been a possible sighting of a different type of hominid.
Yeah.
I would say 7. I think I would say
I'm going to go
7.
with 7.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah.
You were wild.
Throw me in the loony bin. Throw me in the loony bin. I'm like a woman back in the 1900s. I read too many books, and now I gotta get.
You got too much knowledge?
I got too much knowledge. I gotta get.
Oh my gosh, she started
I gotta
having
get-
opinions.
Yeah.
Throw her in the loony bin.
Doctor, my wife, she just seems to keep talking. She's insane. Bring her to my asylum. Okay.
We'll shock that right out of her.
Doctor, my wife, she just loves books and she just keeps reading. She's insane. Bring her
She's
to my
insane.
asylum.
I'm gonna shock her.
I'm gonna drug her up so much you're not even gonna miss her, I swear.
We're gonna lobotomize her.
What was that? You think the sky is clear? There's a cloud. You're insane. Welcome to my asylum. Eat the
That's
pudding.
the lobotomy.
Terrifying.
You know what's crazy? This is a tangent, but the lobotomy, when it came into practice, was literally,
The go-to.
well, it was the go-to, but it was also not scientific
It wasn't.
at all.
It wasn't. They
The
were
best
just like,
guy, the best guy that did the lobotomies was the guy who was like, and he stuck it inside your nose. Excuse me, they stuck it.
That's right here.
right through your eye.
yeah.
So there
Ice
wasn't.
pick. What was it? What,
It was
what
like
did
an
he
ice
say?
pick.
What did he? Because I know you're talking about time sucks. when he talked about it.
Yeah, he talked about it,
He
but
talked-
it was like an ice pick. But
What did he
basically,
say? There was a saying that he said with it. It was really funny.
he just scrambled him. Basically,
No, there was a ice pick man or something like that. But yeah, brain scrambler man.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just shove it in.
and there wasn't
Whip
a
it,
set,
whip it, whip
there
it up,
wasn't a
whip it
set
up.
amount of times.
No.
There wasn't a set anything. It was just
No.
like shove it in and see if you can get it
Well,
done.
here's the thing: is like anything could have been solved with lobotomy. We're way off track.
Yeah,
Way off track. We started with Puckwudgie. What was after the Puckwudgie?
the Crosley monster, or
Crosley
Crosley
monster.
monster,
Another type
Bigfoot.
of hominid. Another type of
Biggie Foots,
Bigfoots.
Biggie Smalls, Biggie Smalls foot.
Okay, so Bigfoot, I'm always going to probably say a 5.
Yeah,
I'm always
There's
going to
too
say
many
a 5.
sightings
There's
of it.
no way that I'm going to say it's any more probable or any less probable just because there's too many people that see them everywhere.
Yeah.
There's too many people that say, oh, I saw a big hairy man in the forest.
Yeah.
And also, it could just be some type of weird ape that we don't understand.
possibly.
But
That's really good at hide and seek.
really good at hide and seek.
So 5 for that guy.
5.
And then I had to close the laptop
Yeah,
because it was
that
dying.
was a really big name. Mishikennebeck?
Michikennebec, yeah.
Mishikennebeck. Man, I'm good.
Loch Ness monster,
Loch Ness monster, another water monster. Does it exist?
5er.
It's another one. It's another Sasquatch.
It's another Sasquatch.
So yeah, 5. Puckwudgie, 7. Can't believe
Yeah,
it.
7.
Highest out of it, and it's the smallest one.
He's so tiny. He's so small.
But
Have you ever been so small before? Oh no. It's a little late.
it's a little late. Got a little bit late start. We had to set this thing up. Looks great, by the way. And hopefully we have some pretty cool graphics up here.
I hope so.
Um,
But yeah, you got anything else you want to tell these fine folks?
Not much other than if you liked what you saw, go ahead and press that like button. Can't remember, is it under me?
Yeah, it's under you.
Press the like button. Press the subscribe button if you'd like to. And if you look here, there.
I think it's above me.
If you look over there, you can see our playlist with the rest of our stuff. Going all the way back to
I can put it over me.
Alabama. Yeah, put it over you. All the way back to Alabama.
And
we
Florida.
We did
Florida was our
first
first
one.
episode.
Um,
Because we're Florida boy.
don't judge it too much. I mean, come on. We're getting started. But anyways.
Let's get it started. Yeah.
And next week, what state are we doing, Michael? Let's figure this out. Look it on your phone right now. I'm gonna keep buying time.
I'm gonna
by
say the
doing
wrong
weird
one.
Things.
I'm gonna say the
We're
wrong
gonna say
one.
the wrong one because Michael said Indiana. He said Indiana that we did last time when really we did Illinois last time.
Yeah, I did.
Do. I can't
Shut up!
keep
I'm
going,
so
Michael.
bad. I'm
There's
so bad
there's-
at knowing what the states
Just
are.
find it now.
Iowa.
Iowa, we're doing Iowa. We'll see you next time.
How did I not know about Iowa? It's only got 5 letters in it. 4 letters in it.
You can't count. I'm supposed to eat crayons. I'm supposed to be dumb.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Iowa has 5 letters, but the last one's invisible. Only I can see it. You can't even phonetically say what letter it is.
You don't know the true, like I do.
What's that from?
I think Avatar.
No. No.
No, it's from.
The multi-billion-dollar movie. Nowhere did somebody say, "Your true, different than my true."
No.
You don't know true like I do. No way that movie would make as much money as it made if there was that one stupid line.
It's from Rick and Morty.
That's right.
And he was in Avatar. And he said something true.
Stupid.
All right.
Well, anyways, again,
Oh,
like, share if you want, subscribe if you want, other playlist. If you liked what you saw, or if you didn't, it's fine. We'll keep making videos anyways. But we'll see you next week with what state, Michael?
Indiana.
Iowa!
Iowa.
Bye, everybody.
See you.
Only I can see it. You can't even phonetically say what letter it is.
You don't know the true. Like I do.
What's that from?
I think Avatar.